Salutations and welcome back to another episode from Tales of Kartonia. My name's Kartosael and today we're back in the K.E.R.I, obviously. And I finished the cow farm thingy, breeding place. You know, stuff. So for the tower, at first hello chickens. At first I was a bit pondering because those towers are 7 wide, but this thing was bigger. No, it's not even 7 wide, it's 9. That explains a bit. Anyway, it is 4 columns, whereas the tower over there and over there and over there, so the generic big tower design is only 3 columns wide. So I just decided to make this a 3 column wide thing as well. And so there's this border all around that I filled up with chests and lighting. Technically it is way too many chests, as the majority isn't even filled. It's empty all of the week. Empty, 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 meat, leather, empty. So yeah. Anyway, I actually could cook some of that meat. No, like that. I have enough fuel, which I kind of think I don't. Do I? 24. Should be alright. Just need 8 per stack. And let's just do it like that. Alright. And cooking up some meat. And there we go. Also bred up all the cows, so all those pens are now full. Which creates quite a noise, but not as annoying as the chickens, thankfully. So I've rebred them as well, and most of them have already grown, except that one. I bred that one later. I don't know why, but so the general gist of it will be we bred them, we kill the excess one, and rebreed them. So let me do that right now, and you'll see a bit of an average yield. Alright, so with the help of a looting 2 sword, we got this, which isn't bad. Yes. But yeah, since the looting sword breaks, then of course the rate's gonna drop. Unless I get a looting 3 sword. I'll probably save that for cow killing because I really want the leather. How far are you? Oh, marvelous. These 46 level experience are for the most part from breeding and killing these animals. The chickens also work very well as a source of experience, because you just pop seed on them and when they breed they give off experience. That's very nice. Anyway, we're going back to Kartonia itself, but before we go there, I'm going to hop into the creative mode and talk a little bit about the stained glass, which is being added in the new snapshots. So I'll see you in the creative world. Alright, here we are in one of my creative worlds. I'm not going to show you all of it, but that's my redstone area. It's kind of 4 quadrants. These are all attempted styles for Kartonia, and the style I eventually went with is one of the other quadrants. Go away, chicken. This is actually snapshot 41B, I believe. Yes, so that's last week's snapshot. And I did that specifically to show a difference between last week and the snapshot from yesterday. But anyway, this is the stained glass. It looks really cool, in my opinion. But people already very soon started complaining about it. I'm not saying they're wrong to do so, because look at these borders. Let's grab some normal glass. You can just see it over here. Normal glass has this texture, so it's, you know, visible and you don't walk into a invisible wall, which would be kind of cool actually. But the texture of these is actually the same, but then colored and with a little transparent alpha thingy added to it. So you still have the border, and the border is solid. As you can see, I can't see what's behind that at all. Neither is that available here. So yeah, that's a downside. But as you can also already see, these colors are a bit darker, a bit more gloomy than these colors. For example, take these and this, you can quite easily see that the glass itself is much brighter, like so. Even if you look behind, it's still much brighter. Oops. And I think that's a cool little bit of difference, but I would have liked it to be more of one color, to be honest. But hey. Anyway, the way glass is rendered in itself, the panes and also the iron bars. So we have iron bars, yeah, which I believe, and they were fixed in this assembly. But before you had this little bar over here, which you don't have anymore. But yeah, how they went about rendering this in the past is they had that sprite and they just did it like that and then like that, and they just smitten something on the edges. Same went for glass panes, but I changed that. As you can see now, it's actually too wide. So we have one layer there, and then a bit to connect that. So it's not a flat texture, it's actually a little block, if you will. So I really like that. It's something that gets overlooked very easily. You know, they added all these cool new glasses, and it's very easy to overlook this small change, which is so cool. But they changed it up a little bit more in the newest snapshot. I also removed this bug of bedrock particles in super flat worlds. So we're hopping to the newest snapshot. Alright, I hope you can see the difference immediately. Well, it's certainly over there. Actually, that looks a bit weird now. But what they have done is they redesigned the way the transparency worked with these panes and those borders. The borders do still exist, but are in themselves transparent as well. So yeah, this looks weird because multiple colors next to each other, they show those borders again, whereas previously they did not. However, if you have more of them, of course, that's not the case. So making a huge glass cube is absolutely pointless, but looks really cool. Now, there is one downside to all these new updates and stuff. It's the combination of glass and water. Now, this isn't going to be a very accurate thing because they're actually changing. This is a bug where it actually is doing what it's supposed to do. So, well, that works. This is how it used to be. If you have water behind glass, you cannot see the water. However, this is how it is going to be. If you look through water, through ice at water, or the other way around, you will see it. So you cannot use it as a window into the ocean world anymore, which is kind of a bummer. But on the other hand, we do get colored glass. Though I do hope they kind of fix this. Oh well. Anyway, back to Kartonia. And we're back in Kartonia with Bandit. Hello, boy. Sorry for leaving you behind for such a long time. Maybe next time if I go to the K.E.R.I for building projects, you'll come with us. Who knows? Might as well, right? So to come back on the glass thing, this is how it was supposed to look. So you see this flat texture over here, like so, and a little bit of a wall on all sides. Because unlike the real world, in gaming you do have one-dimensional stuff. This texture, for example, is only visible if you look at it from any angle except straight on. Because it has no width, it only has this, you would just not see it. It would be, if you were to align it exactly into the middle of your sight, you would not be able to see it. So that's why they put this on top, also to make it a bit more bulky. So in the upcoming snapshots it will look much nicer, at least in my opinion. Might also change this with colored glass, but we'll see when that time comes. Oh, this is so yeah, that's about the glass. Of course the snapshot does hold many more changes, but you know, some of you want to keep most of it a surprise, so by all means do that. Though it is important, if you have a world, you visit all the places you have visited, because the way data is stored, like where's a stronghold and where's an abandoned mineshaft, that's going to change. So if you reload an area in 1.7 that you have been before in 1.6 but not in 1.6.4, that's, for example, the old base, the hexagon base. I have visited that, but what if I haven't? What if 1.6.3 was the last time I visited? Well, coming 1.7, if I would go there, then there would be a chance that there was suddenly a stronghold in there, because it looks at that chunk and then it looks at the corresponding structure data file, I believe it's called, and if it doesn't find one, it creates a new one. In 1.6.4 it also looks at the chunk and just creates one with the information it currently holds. So that makes sure you keep your witch farms and your strongholds and your mine shafts and whatnot. So that's pretty important. You don't want a spawner in the middle of your base all of a sudden. Well, some of you might, but it's not something I would advise. So I have made just tiny changes to Kartonia. Nothing really big, actually. The biggest thing technically is that I supplied almost everything with item frames. Why not over here? Because they are empty. I haven't decided yet what to put in there. But we have this and this stairway. Previously you had to go outside and all that nasty stuff. I always fell off, so I was sick of that and decided to build it on the inside. So we come over here and we have lots of materials. This is reserved for red sand. I doubt I'll ever find it, but who knows. It's also 1.7 thing, by the way. So what we're going to do today is work on the bridge between this island and the mob tower island. This is also a cute little design I thought of. So we have all the wooden blocks here, and because I had 4 of them, I thought, let's use stairs and turn them. At least I thought that was fun. So we're going to need quite a bit of wood. Yeah, a bit of you too. And you. So I thought of a design. I hope it looks as nice as I want it to. But you'll never know. I'm going to need a lot of logs just for wood. Not going to use the actual logs this time. Alright, so this sorry excuse for a bridge has been bugging me for quite a while. And I've been wanting to change it for, again, quite a while. But I never did. but we're going to do so today. So it finally looks like something I can be proud of, at least a bit. First things first, we're going to start with the bridge houses. First on that, and then here, because it's easier to connect the bridge from between 2 points if you have the 2 points. So we're going to work here and then over there. And now let's change the render distance back to normal, because I like the fog and it's a lot easier on my computer. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to get used to that sound. So this little bridge house, the first one, is actually going to be a part of this structure. Yeah, let's take this as well, maybe not. Well, you could probably give me 1,000 reasons, but let's not do that. There we go. Didn't bring shears, did I? Nope. I'll just wreck it. I should have brought more of those as well. How am I going to do this exactly? Because I haven't figured the bridge house out yet. I want the bridge to be pretty wide actually. So probably going to take this out as well. Let's dodge this up for now. Like this. So it will run straight in here. Why not? And yeah, indeed, why not? So do I want to let it come out a bit more is what I am thinking right now. Right, let me think about that for a short while. I hate it when I forget to do half of the things in preparation. Oh, hi son. That's awkward. Alright, so I made a little bit of start. And also fell off because suddenly my mouse decided to whip when I was walking over this bridge, which is actually why I want to build this bridge. So yeah, this is what I got right now. I decided to let it come out a little bit, and these are temporary lengths. I might make them longer or shorter, I don't know yet. So that's why these holes exist, to allow me to do that. But if I cover that up with stone right now, it will block a whole lot. Drama. Right. So this is going to be the gatehouse. It's not going to be fancy or anything. It's going to be the same style like that one. Maybe that one. Now the leaves are way up there, so I think I'm sticking with that one as a design. Let's do this. I haven't got many of those, do I? Let's throw this workbench down, like so. Let's turn you to wood, and this should suffice for now. Those were solid blocks, but I might as well do them like that, so you have some depth from the inside as well. And we had it like so, and then like that with a leaf there. Yeah. How do I get back in? Right. Coming through. One fell down, did it? Well, that works in a way. Like so. So. Actually, I could do this. Much easier. And do that. Yeah, I guess that's reasonable. It's fair. It's okay. And this is going to end straight into the bridge. This will not probably have the stone toppings, but wood toppings to match the rest, kind of. I might actually decide to do it with spruce wood. Actually, let's see how that looks. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's going to be a bit different because it's not really round. Oh, why do I always make it so hard on myself? Okay. It's going to be the entrance over there. Okay, let's do this. Sure, why not? And something like that. I don't know. Ow! Whew. That could have gone very wrong indeed. Back up. Upper. And let's flatten this out like so. Not to make it too big of an arch. Ow. Why did that? Well, whatever. Don't have feather falling? Oh, I do. And let's add the simple. Let's get rid of you too. Oh, blimey. The downside is it's very bright inside now. Let's kill you, you're bothering me. There we go. No, nothing special. Let's bring it back. So, yeah. Sure, why not? Well, we'll have to see how it looks as soon as we put the other house and bridge in, I guess. So let's start doing the other house. Now this is going to be mainly a design like the rest of the buildings here. So, like usual, I'm going to lay out general idea first and be back with you then. Alright, this is what it looks like right now. Didn't go for standard design. Problem is, to make a bridges, don't do that. They usually start and end point of a bridge is at the same level. So to do that, I had to raise this thing a lot. So yeah, this thing is subject to change. It probably will change. Just not quite sure how yet, because this is kind of annoying, I guess. But yeah, so it's time to get started on the actual bridge, going from here to there. And let's start with the center row. Let's get a little bit more birch. Like so. Yeah. And like so. Right. Should I be removing? Yeah, let's just go. No. Ah. Yeah, that one can rock for like a. Stay there. Anyway. Oh wow. Just remembered, I forgot to calculate. So the difference between that one and this one is 21 blocks. I'm going to make it a bit of an arch, because bridges rarely look like that. They usually look more something like, well, of course, like that. So that's a bit of a design I'm going for. So we have 21, and if we make the first part 4 or 5, let's say 5, let's take a random number, 5 here, 5 there, 11 in the middle. That's not going to work. If we make it 7, so there, 7's there, we have 14, and we have 7 in the middle. Then you get a bridge like that, triangle. Not really into that, so let's take 6, I suppose. And we'll see how that looks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go down, grab that. So in the end it didn't catch a rod. And this one actually go away. Start over there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the next one here, this should be 9, if I'm not mistaken. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I calculated from that one. Let's keep it like this. Don't be too whiny about it. Right. So that took me off guard a bit. Anyway, we're going to do this fairly simple. Nothing too fancy. I do want a... Why am I even doing that? Well, I can just do that. 3 wide, unhindered walkway. Might change it up a little bit later, just fluffing it a bit. Right now we're just throwing down the backbone. The episode's also running pretty long, I believe. And this, yeah. So... Right. So this is the walkway, and of course we need a railing. Let me think, how did I do the railing again? No. Ah, whatever. Do I have ordinary? I do not. Now I will have those. Thank you very much. Go away, come on. Right, so I won't be needing those for a while. No! Wow, this today is just special. Let's just keep it at that. Alright, and do it like that. Same goes over here. And the reason I'm alternating half slabs and full blocks is to give it a bit more depth. And now I need stairs, and I do not have anywhere near enough, because they're going to be like so. So in case you're wondering why I'm extending this by 1 and why I'm making it 5 wide, it's because the 5th, well actually if you take this as 0, 1 and 2, then the second layers will actually be part of the railing. And the railing for now is going to be made of leaves. Why did I say for now? Well, chances are pretty big that I'll change it with colored glass blocks. Although I'm not quite sure which color. I tested black, which seems like pretty cool. I also tested green, but that just kind of stabbed your eyes out, so to say. Well, the bridge feels bridgy. I'm going to add a little bit extra to give it, to make it completely horse-proof. If I would ever want to get there with a horse, then you could still walk over these sides. And knowing me, I probably will be able to do that at some point. So this is a railing mainly for my own stupidity. Let's be honest about it. And yes, that one was placed on purpose. Why? Because, go away. This looks weird to me. You have wood, leaf and wood. The wood doesn't connect with itself, just through leaves. And that looks really weird. So if you do this, kind of like that, and it connects, give it a more, again, a bit of realism, a heavy emphasis on the bit though, and this thing is working marvelously. Die for me. You might need to adjust this so it can hold more, because I will make this thing higher yet. And you can go. And you can go. Oh, there was lighting up there. Yeah, I'll need to... Blimey. How do I... Well, actually that works. So it's a bit too light in here. Why is it so much lighter than before? Doesn't make much sense. Oh, this was out one more, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Then why? I'll have to live with it. Actually, let's change you up as well. Because we need here at the end, why not do this? See? Kind of looks cool, right? Right? Oh, yeah. That was what I was doing before I got distracted. There. There we go. No, really. So there we go. I probably will fluff this up because right now it looks a bit bland. Lighting. Right. They can spawn here. Blast it. No, that won't work. Could use glowstone, but for right now let's just use this. But that will also mean that they can spawn on the... No, they can't. Alright. So we need to think of something to prevent them from spawning on this. And now it might become clear why I wanted to keep those. Should I keep it in that color of wood? Why not? Oh. Because I'm running out of it. Actually, how would it look if I would do... Well, that didn't go as planned. Oh, wow, I actually got that one back. No. Hehehe. Yeah, we'll just use that. It's not superb, but it will work. Right, and now to... You go away. Do this. This gives the entire thing a lot more depth. That's really the only reason I'm doing it. Because depth will make it look interesting. Do this. That. This, that. No. That. That gives it all a bit more... Oh, blimey, this one isn't long enough. Well, I guess that will work. So this is how the bridge will look. From a distance it's... okay. Not extremely happy with it. This should have been a bit more archy, but... You know what? Kind of had it with the bridge. It's really annoying to build. And stuff like that, so gonna leave that one and learn our lessons, I guess. So on that note, it's time to bid people well. My name is Kartosael, this was Tales of Kartonia. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again in the next episode.